We're a few days into 2026, and with the new year comes resolutions. I'm Luke, welcome to the channel, and I live in the West Midlands in the UK, where me and my family are trying to live a far more intentional life. Now, resolutions, goals, aims, whatever you want to call them, they are important in life. And each year I try to set a few goals. I try not to make them too specific, so it gives me some wiggle room not to break them. But I try to make them as guiding principles for the weeks, months, and years ahead. I don't want a resolution just to be a 12-month thing. I want it to be adding and contributing to my development as a person over the rest of my life. This year, I've come up with a few resolutions, goals, aims, whatever you want to call them, that I'm going to try and really keep in mind as I go through the year. And I'm going to share them with you now. Resolution number 1. And Chris Van Tolken and his book, Ultra Processed Food, which I listened to on Audible a few months ago, is the inspiration for this resolution. And that is eat real food. That's simple. Every year, I, like a lot of people, make a resolution to eat healthier, be veggie, be vegan, be carnivore, get fitter, get healthier, eat more greens, whatever. And we never stick to it. We go running back and eating bad food, staying the same weight, having the same unhealthy habits. A few months ago I read that book, and I would recommend it to anybody. Read it, listen to it, because it's eye-opening, and it's stuff that we already know in the back of our minds, which is we are not eating real food, or not in the percentages that we should be. Big corporate companies are putting chemicals together, additives, preservatives, just stuff, and packaging it up as a chocolate bar, as a cereal bar, as a granola bar, as a pack of crisps, as a sausage roll, whatever that looks like, to sell to you at a premium price. And you're not eating actual food. It's just stuff disguised as food. You're not getting maximum nutritional benefit. And all you're getting is potentially a lot of downside of this stuff that is being disguised as food. For decades now, ultra processed foods have been on the rise, plus all the health negatives, cancers, diabetes, even kind of mental health disorders are on the rise too. Read the book and come to your own conclusion. I'm not a doctor, but it really opened my eyes to actually what this stuff disguised as food is doing to our bodies. So over recent months, I've always enjoyed cooking and eating from scratch, but it's hard when you work, when you've got kids, when you've got a million other things to do. And I do think it is actually impossible to do that 100% of the time in modern society. But 80-20, 80% of the time I am eating real food, or am I at least attempting to. Christmas, it goes out the window a bit, right? And December in general. So I want to kind of continue that, really have some discipline around it, and 80% of the time eat real food. Know what's going into my body, know the nutritional content, know that it's made with love for myself, to power myself, to give myself energy and to give myself fuel, and not eat stuff that a corporation has decided is the most economical thing for me to eat, which suits their budget, that they've wrapped up in a nice packaging, put on a supermarket shelf, and me, the sucker, is eating all of that, thinking I'm eating food, when he said it is just stuff. Resolution number 2 also is inspired by a book, which is Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport. Really recommend this one as well. We live in a world of technology that we carry everywhere, algorithms, and now AI. And my resolution this year is to turn back the clock and actually start using technology as a tool rather than letting technology use me. And what I mean by that is really, really simple. I, like a lot of people, spend hours and hours in front of this, in front of an iPad, in front of a TV, in front of, screens and technology and interacting every single day. And a lot of it is just to waste time and waste energy. And while you're doing that, you're not doing things that you actually genuinely love. The algorithm in particular has caught us. It has, you pick up your phone to do something for a minute, an hour later, you're still on it. You go to a doctor's surgery, on the bus, anywhere, a library, anywhere public, a cafe, a pub, anywhere public, and all you can see is necks tilted, head down, on the phone, everybody, because it's caught us, and we are losing our humanity. We are losing our interests, our hobbies, our community, our culture, and we are giving it up to the algorithm, to AI, to technology intercepting every part of our life. And technology is good. Look, I love Google Maps. I love the calculator on my phone. I love being able to look up facts and to learn and to educate. And you know what? I also love being on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook and having a lazy 20 minutes. I really, really do. So I'm not bashing, these things as entertainment. But again, 80-20 rule. Make sure you are using this technology 80% of the time on your own terms. This is what I'm saying to myself. Luke, use this on your own terms this year. So when you pick up that phone, pick it up knowing what you want to do it, put it down. Don't get distracted. And I know that's so much easier said than done, and I'm really intrigued to see how we get on with it this year. But it is just utter distraction. So that, using technology as a tool, is such a big one for me this year, and I think will be my toughest. Resolution number 3. It's to reduce noise and negative energy. I think we all surround ourselves, and again, because of the phones and the technology, we surround ourselves by negative energy all the time. The algorithm pushes us to negativity. I woke up the last couple of mornings and the phone is right next to my bed. First thing I do is pick it up, look at the news. And look, I'm not saying these aren't newsworthy stories, but all I've read for the last few days is about, the goings on in Venezuela, left, right, and centre. A nightclub in Switzerland that has burnt down. And a couple of other negative news stories. These aren't positive, news stories, are they? And every time I open these apps, I'm just being confronted by this news. And I'm thinking to myself, and I know this makes me sound a bit harsh, but I am thinking to myself, this doesn't affect me. Like, this does not affect me today, or tomorrow, or next week, or next month. And I understand, look, I understand enough that, stuff going on the other side of the world can affect my daily life and how I live and the country I live in. But largely, I don't need to have a 24/7 rolling news feed about it. Because it is just negative energy. You don't get a 24/7 rolling news feed about a positive news story. And that negativity gets into your body and just sets you up for the day. And it's not just news, it's people. Too many negative energy people around that you tolerate, that you humour. Certainly being British, you smile and nod and almost encourage. There is just too much, negativity on social media. every post, even a good news post, you've got somebody rolling their eyes or making a sarcastic dig in the comment section, and you go and look for it because you're addicted to that negativity. So I want to eliminate that negativity this year, and it's really wide. It can be people I know, it can be stuff online, it can be the news, and it might be that, you know, again, by reducing my social media use and my phone use, I'll probably do this resolution with that. But I've also got to work on it in real life because there is just too much negative energy, and negative energy is cancerous. It spreads and it gets you down, and then you come home from work, or, you know, at the end of the day, and you're in a negative mood, and you sit there and think, well, I'm negative and I don't know why, but you can't shake the feeling. Getting rid of negative energy is so important. So those are my 3 resolutions, and I'm hoping they come together as a collective. Freeing up my mind, making my body feel good, and really focusing on what matters is so important. We get lost. We get lost to technology, lost to our food, lost to the negative energy. We're floating through life, and then before you know it, 10, 20, 30, 40 years have passed, and we haven't done what we wanted to do. We haven't explored the things that we wanted to explore, and we've just had an okay life. I want to free myself to have a fantastic life. That's the 2026 plan. I hope you have got some fantastic resolutions. Pop them in the comment section below. And I'm sure I'll be making many videos over the following months about how I have successfully stuck to all these resolutions and are knocking it out of the park. Fingers crossed. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, have an awesome day.